What's up, guys? It's Navarro, Penny Stocks Club 13, June 9th, 2020. Man, what a day, guys. IZEA 212% return on investment. Yesterday, if you watched the video, I told you we had over 100% of unrealized gains. That meant that we just hadn't covered our profits. We hadn't sold our stock. We're still holding. So it was unrealized. It could have gone either way. It could have gone down, and maybe we wouldn't have 100%. But we traded, we swing traded IZEA for hopefully a higher push. And man, did it come through. 212% last take profit for me was at 252, guys. 252 exactly at 8:05 as I got to the golf course with my daughter. By the way, she shot a 25 and she was moved up to the 9-hole division. She's going to be playing with the big guys now. So, hopefully she continues to do better. She's got another tournament coming up on Thursday. So on Thursday, again, I won't be available for trading. Golf keeps us busy during the summer. So, anyways, that's why we swing trade, because we don't have to be sitting in front of the computer the entire day. Um, so yesterday, called it out at the pullback of 2.75. So if you got it anywhere between here, you were not a loser. Nobody was a loser if you called this trade, if you caught this trade yesterday. Okay, at any point in time throughout the day, you were not a loser. Okay, 100, 200, all the way up to 259. It's just a monster move from IZEA, guys. Right now, it's just on watch. Hopefully, it'll set up later. But right now, I feel it's very overextended. You never know what could happen. It could continue going up. GNUS showed us that, or you never know. But again, I took profits. I'm happy, and that is it. IZEA. Next one, PRXC. This was the other swing trade that we had on watch. We've been watching this one for a while. And if you see this, it's kind of curling up. Again, it still made a higher low. It's still on watch. I did take profits on this one. Let me make this a little bigger. So we called it out here at the break of this line, 0.70. So if you got it somewhere there and you sold at the open at 97, 95, you would have had some 30 some percent profit. Even if you bought at the end of the day, I mean, you would have still had some profit depending on your exit. I did get about 25 or 20 some percent profit. I don't know. The point is, we make money and we're good to go. This one is on watch. It's continuing an uptrend. It might consolidate and then go back up. If it does that little curling action, then we're back in it. I do have some alerts set here. One for the right before the break of a dollar. Again, I like half dollars, whole dollars, quarters, 75, stuff like that. And unless it sets up a different way, but those are the numbers that I like to look at. THCRX, another winner. BIOC was not good to us. But if you remember yesterday's video, I did mention that if it broke below 52 and sold off, then you know what, it wasn't going to be in play anymore. But it held above the 180 SMA, and it's forming this little wedge, as you can see right here. And it closed. It made this little hammer candle. It's not a true hammer candle, because a hammer candle should be at the bottom of the trend, but it looks like a hammer candle to me. I go with the price action where the price is at. It had this big move, came down, went up, came down. But if you can see the trend, if I continue moving, it's moving up. All right. So I'm more of a price action kind of trader. And of course, the patterns do play a very big role in my decisions. But, with the alerts and confirmation of continuation, I will be in it again. I did sell it when it broke below 52, like I told you. It broke below 52. Plus, I was busy out there at the tournament, so I was going to be able to determine whether it was holding or not. I just saw that my account or I was down a little bit on it. So I said, you know what, let me cut losses and I'll go back in if it continues its uptrend later on during the week. BIOC guys, if you're still holding it, again, I feel it's still good. The uptrend might continue tomorrow or the next couple of days. Now let's go on to today's callouts. There were quite a few. I got back like around 2 o'clock, and then I know I did send some earlier and during the tournament. I got alerts during the tournament, and this ones are ones that we talked about yesterday. T2 was on watch from yesterday. If you all recall, if you don't, go back and watch the video from yesterday. And let me explain what I see currently, or what I saw yesterday currently with T2. So it had this bullish flag pattern right here. As you can see, I drew it here. It's a little wedge pattern. All right. And then I told you if it breaks below above this line and it comes test this rejection right here around 145, somewhere there, I said I was gonna buy for a swing trade. And true to my word, I bought it at the pullback of 1 to 140. And let me go back to the 1 day 3 minute, my favorite trading chart. So it went up, it triggered my alerts on the way up, trigger like 3 or 4 or 5 alerts. Then okay, so I was busy. I did see it on my watch. I saw my alert on my watch. I have a one of those gear watches, which helped me there. And once I got a chance between holes to check the stock, I bought back in right here around 140, 141. And right now I am up about, I want to say about 5%. Again, this is for a continuation move tomorrow. T2 over 145. Next one that I called out was SCON. My alerts were going off. I have a Market Watch app on my phone, and all the Market Watch alerts were technology sector is up. Futures on technology are trading higher. And sure enough, when I got home, I said, you know what? I need to look for a technology stock, one that's setting up perfectly. And the first one that I saw SCON with a good intraday pattern. The pattern on the daily was good as well. As you can see again, it looked like the 180 is holding support. Okay, I saw this level here, touched it once, touched it twice, touched it 3 times, which would be the 50 level. I called it right before the 50 level. As I see this daily chart holding support over the 180 and then trickling up, I said we have to get in this one right now that the technology market or sector is hot. And intraday, 1 day 3 minutes, we called it over 50 for the break of 50. I have the line right here. It started making this move, confirming continuation. Then it started holding support at 50, and right now it's trading at 0.60. So if you got in anywhere between 0.50, 0.52, you would be up right now about 15%, depending on your entry. I am currently up 22%. I bought it at 0.4991. Again, I called it out before for the break of 50. Now, I know this kind of stocks usually by the time you see the text, when you react to it, but again, you see holding support at 50, there's no reason not to buy for a continuation play. And again, SCON looking good for a gapper tomorrow. Uh, I see 0.60 as a possible first resistance, and then 0.70 as another resistance. That's if it opens up below 60 again. Right now it's trading over at around 60. So next level would be 0.70, then 80, 90, and then the top one, the high of 52-week high was 107. The $1 level, if it gets there, that would be, you know, very aggressive trading style. I don't do that. I take profits along the way. I might let some shares ride if for a possible touch of one, but that's the way I would trade it all the way up to one with less shares on the way up. SCON. Next one is VBIV again from previous last week's video. Danny's call out. This was not one of my call outs, but I did. It's on one of the videos, and if you go back, it broke over two, came back down, and I said it's got to hold support at two, and I believe it's going to trade sideways for a while. I believe it was on this day. Okay, and let me zoom out so I don't want to catch your eyes out of a guard there. Um, on this day, I said I don't think it's going to continue. I think it's going to just come down, consolidate, test that two level. And right now, it tested it, had a little bit of increase in volume, had a big price action. It did come back down, but again, I told you if it comes and tests the 220, which was this candle's high right here, I'm going to be on it. I'm going to be in it for a swing trade. I am in it right now. It's currently trickling up pre aftermarket. So in a trickling up, and hopefully tomorrow will open higher with a big continuation move. But again, we trade the pattern, we trade the price action, and we go with the flow. VBIV. Next one, XELA. XELA, guys, had a big move today. Just a huge move. And again, technology sector. XELA Technologies Inc. Okay, so this one, oversold pattern, and then started trading above the MAs. And it broke through the 180 SMA, and it closed at 0.8050. Right now, it's trading higher at 0.82, as you can see the level two here. Okay, so I called it out, I believe, for the break of 0.80, if I'm correct. This one I caught a little later. It was coming up. It started making this move. This is the 1 minute, 3 minute, 1 day, 3 minute short. So I called it for the break of 80. And watch this, guys. During the day, it didn't quite make it up there. It broke through it. Then it started holding support. Did break through. I've told you sometimes it's okay if it breaks below that level, as long as it doesn't sell off and you see those big red candles down here. Then that's a sign that we need to get out. We need to get out. There is no sign this is aftermarket. These things happen. And right now it came back up. It's trading above that level. And the technology sector is hot. So if the technology futures end up trading higher tomorrow, which I hope they do, and they probably will, then we'll have SCON, XELA being gappers. Make sure to take profits if that's the case, guys. Again, nothing's for sure in the market. We just trade the patterns that we see and we go with the flow. And the next one, MVIS. MVIS, it's been on watch for a while. Broke over the 180, started consolidating. If this pattern looks familiar, it's because it looks a lot like the IZEA pattern. This one did not have the kind of volume or the kind of move that it made, but still can make a little move. There's resistance way up here at 180, but again, half dollars. 150 would be my first resistance. If you bought it at the 125 level when I called it out, and that would be about an 18% return, guys. Again, in this penny stock club 13 rules, at 5 to 10% profits, we 5 to 10% gain, we start taking profits. If we're down 3 to 5%, we cut losses. We buy back in if it shows us that it wants to continue higher. Stick to the rules, follow the plan, do not back hold. And that is it for me, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That's all I have for today. Hopefully tomorrow it's another great green day. It was an awesome day today, guys. Hope y'all have a good one, and we'll see you tomorrow.